Burglary suspects out of Newport Beach. Newport Beach Police Department. Now it's the Orange County Sheriffs. They're in pursuit with California Highway Patrol, trying to get into position to take over this pursuit. Riverside, Riverside, Riverside. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Inland, inland, inland. Inland. Southbound 71 Chino Hills Parkway. This guy is 110 miles an hour is what the units behind are calling this. Slowing down to 110 miles an hour. 71 Corona Expressway. This is the 71, going towards the 91. And NOC from KBC Bravo, just real quick, if this goes east, we're going to lose PV, so let me know what you have in mind. Thank you. Okay, Jack, we just switched to Sierra. Yes, this is Bravo. This is Bravo. Southbound 71 approaching the 91. $90 seconds. Oh yes, showtime. Coming up on Euclid. David, if he goes west, don't forget about those wires in the canyon. We're the only ones on it. Yep, we got everybody beat. Coming up on the 91. One minute. I don't. All they're saying is a black sedan. 30. $15. Okay, David, here we go. Going live. You get it on your side if you need to, or at some point on the driver's side if you can. Wow, it's a high-speed chase on the 71 freeway coming up to the 91. This is coming out of Chino. You can see this driver. It is a robbery suspect. I'm sorry, yeah, robbery suspect out of Newport Beach. We got a high-speed chase that was going up the 57 freeway at times reaching 120 miles an hour. Now right there, you just may have seen that CHP unit that was stopped in the middle of the road there. That was a spike strip. I was distracted by that as I was hearing them talking about it, actually counting down 3, 2, 1 until it hit the spike strips. Now they're saying it was a good spike strip attempt, so it looks like those tires might be going flat as we speak. And yes, look at that. The guy is starting to brake here. Again, this is I said it is actually burglary suspects, not robbery suspects, out of Newport Beach. Newport Beach Police Department was in pursuit. They turned it over to the Orange County Sheriffs. Now the California Highway Patrol is in the process of taking this over, but now it looks like the driver here is with flat tires. And look at this, he's pulling over to the side of the road here. David, slow down. And you can see he's going to stop this pursuit right there. Those spike strips did the job, and now a felony stop by the California Highway Patrol on the transition road to the eastbound 91 freeway. You can see the hands are out of the driver's side window. We don't know how many people are on board this car, but certainly the driver has his hands out now. So what was a very high-speed and dangerous pursuit going up the Brea Pass and then onto the eastbound 60 down to the 71 has now come to an end here as we transition onto the 91. That's correct. We don't know the details of whether it was a home burglary or if it was a residential burglary, but at this point we do see the driver is complying, and well, at least it was there for a second with his hands out the window. So we'll see if that driver throws the keys. There they are. The keys coming out the window, and now we should see the driver come out of that car. I see other hands coming out the passenger side, so now we know that it's not just the driver but also a passenger. It sure did, Colleen. You know, like I said, I heard them counting down. I wasn't sure what they were counting down, but when I saw that unit, it was timed just right. He ran over that spike strip. It looks like to me from here, I don't know if you can tell, but it looks like it might be a female driver. Yeah, we're not hearing anything else like if they're seeing anybody in the back seat, but certainly that passenger has the arms out the window. That's a good sign. The driver being doing exactly what the officers want them or her to do. And as I zoom out to a wider shot, you'll see them with their guns drawn here. A felony stop in progress as the driver is complying with those officers. Yeah, that's exactly right, Colleen. Very standard procedure. Throwing those keys out, getting those keys out of the car so no other person in the car could take over and take off. So that's step one. Step two is getting them to comply, come out with their hands up, as you said, show if they have any weapons, and then walk backwards or walk towards the officers to get them in custody. Now they'll do the same. They'll repeat the same process with that passenger, and we'll see if any more come out. I haven't heard yet what exactly it was, but certainly Newport Beach police were the ones that initiated this pursuit. I can tell you that the helicopter from Huntington Beach was overhead assisting early on in the pursuit when speeds were reaching 100 miles an hour at the Orange Crush. That's at the 5 and 57. The driver jumped on the 57 freeway northbound and really hit the gas going up the Brea Pass at 110 miles an hour, at one point 120. That's when they took the eastbound 60 and then the southbound 71 until they got to this point where they hit that spike strip. Yeah, Colleen and Chuck, or Robert, I can tell you that we were having trouble catching up to this pursuit. That's how fast this driver was going. We launched very quickly out of Fullerton, and before we knew it, it was already up in the Brea Pass. Well, it looks like so far it's just the driver and the passenger. They're going to make additional call-outs, and then they'll put a team together and approach the car to make sure that there's no one else in there. I'm sure they're talking to the occupants of that vehicle and asking them if there's anybody else in there, but they can't trust that. They're going to make go through their standard procedures to clear that car. I don't. Oh, yes. Here comes another one. Yeah, and look at this. This guy is coming out like a worm. It's unbelievable. He just kind of slid out of that back seat. And, you know, the interesting thing is the police helicopter overhead was asking my pilot if we could see anybody else in the car. And, you know, at first there I zoomed back in, and I couldn't really see anybody until I saw this guy come squeezing out. Yeah, it looks like it is a four-door, so it doesn't. Very interesting how this guy came out of that car, and certainly the officers had a good reason to ask us from the airship overhead if they could see anything. Number one, the windows are heavily tinted, so it's really hard to see in there. But number two, they also know that we have a high-powered lens that can look really close and really deep into the car. And at first, you know, it looked like no one else was in there, but this guy somehow squeezed his way out of that car. Well, I wish I could say it is, but after this, you know, it's hard to say. I don't know if we'll see another passenger coming out of that rear or not. Yeah, I'm looking with the infrared now to see if I can see any movement. I don't see anybody else. Let them know. Let them know that from our perspective, we don't see it. Oh, there is. One more. It's unbelievable. Wow. It's like a clown car.
To watch more heart-stopping car chases happening across Southern California, subscribe here. Thanks for watching. The chase is on.